an example of the types of IP addresses. What we've discussed is about the unicast, the multicast, and the broadcast. So from the three types of IP addresses, we tackle about the different IP addresses. So those IP addresses have different classes. So, sir, what are the classes of IP address? So if you could see below, so this one are the different classes of IP address. So we have 5 classes of IP address. The first class is class A, B, C, D, and E. And each class have designated IP addresses. So pasabot, naa siya designated na network address. Okay? Naa kay network address o katong host address niya. Again, sir, what does it mean when you say network and you say host? Okay? Network are those network devices nimo. Okay? How many network devices you could use? Then host, how many computers that will be connected to your network. Okay? And network address represent 1 bit. Kanang number 1. Okay? And 0 represent the host. Okay? So let's discuss this one. Okay. So each class has a range of valid IP address.
Bisag ato na lang ito 20 tanan, ma'am. Laaw lang ihatag di mo 20.
So each class has a range of valid IP address. Okay? So the value of first octet determines the class. So, okay? So each class daw has a valid IP address. Then the value of the first octet determines the class. So let's have an example. Okay? Wait, let me get my
Big GI 790. GI 790. Black ma'am. Pila ma'am? Unsa pa? Color. Tag 300 good ma'am. Kani ko 300. Kani may tag 20. Kaning color sa may tag 200.
Okay.
USB. Unsa may gig kuan? Like 16, na 32, na 64.
Okay ha, Karyosa. Let me get a
16. 16, 32. 32, 350. Ang 16, 275.
Okay, so from here,
wala. Maghimo lang ka, tapos mga na may style sa uban kay mo ari diri kay mo palit ang manggod mo nang wala ni mag-delivery receipt. Lagi na ang uban nila kay sila na malay mo kuan da. Permahan na lang namo, ma'am.
sa ano naman yan eh.
32, ma'am. 16 na lang. Daghan man.
Of sir. So the first octet is this first. Okay, this is the first octet. Okay, this is the first octet. Octet because it contains 8 bits, di ba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octet sa class A, okay? Sa first octet represent the network. Diba? So, first octet represent the network. So, each class has a range of valid IP address. Kinitanan. The value of the first octet determine the class. So, IP address from the first three classes, A, B, and C, can be defined for host address. So, kaniha, the first three classes, kini, which is A, B, C, can be used for host address. Okay, ang D and E na siya specific na gamito nun. So, mostly, atong IP address nag-start from 0 to okay. So, mali siya ang mga classes na to. Si class A na kay 0 to 127, si subnet mask niya 8 kabuok. So, si class B na kay from 128 to 191, which is 16 kabuok. Si class C is 192 to 223, which is 24 kabuok ang subnet mask. And si class D and E is 224 to 239 and 240 to 255. So, pero wala siya subnet mask. Okay, so kini, that's the reason why this is used for kini. This is can be used for host. Okay, this can be used for host address. Okay. So, the two classes are used for other purposes. Class D for multicasting and Class E for experimental purpose. Okay. So, the system of IP address classes was developed for the purpose of Internet IP address assignment. So, and the classes created were based on the network. So, kung dako ang network size nimo, mangita jud ka og mangita ka og class IP address na gamitan nimo. So for example, kung asa may mas daghan kini class C, class B, or class A. So 128 minus 91 pila man na siya. So mga roughly 60, 70 no? Kini roughly mga 20 to 30 ra kabuok. So, pasabot 20 to 30 kabuk networks na magawa ni mo ani. While kung magamit ka ni Class A, na kay 0 to 127. So, dako-dako ang mabuhat ni mong network ani. Again, pag may storya ko network guys, ayaw ka confuse. Network ang gipasabot na ko na mga switch, routers, and etc. Okay? Kung may i-host ko host, kanang mga users, kanang mga cellphones ninyo, mga computers nato, ano yung mga host. Okay? So now, di ba kung tanawin ninyo inyong IP address, okay? I'll show you CMD.
Ang upat na ito, ano yung upat ka man? 15 times 220.
Ay, IP, kulangan eh. IP. So, if you could see here,
15 times 220.
so, gamit ako kay wireless. So, if you check, so I have an IP version 4 address of 192, this one, 192, so 192, 168.254, 169. So, I am at the 169 host. Okay, ano yung IP address na ko? Sir, nga wala man siya mag-start og 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nga 169 tapos ang nakakonect rad sa akong computer is sa duha mga 4 or 5 ka devices lang. Nga 169 man ka. Because if you could see my setup, so nag-automatic ramang good ko. Wala ko nag-static IP address. So, okay. Okay. So, Wi-Fi mo ka, no? So, Wi-Fi. So, ako ang IP version 4, ang bantay mo, obtain IP address automatically. So, therefore, the computer will generate me my own IP address. So, here, if you could see, this is the subnet mask. If I put IP address there, kini siyang subnet mask kung nana kay ibutang ani pag tab na ko ana automatic na depende sa akong IP address na ibutang mo gama na siya subnet mask. Like for example, kung 192 kung magbutang pasabot akong subnet mask kay 255.255.255.0. So automatic na niya. So kung mag-static IP address ko. Sir, unsa ni mo pagkaibaw na mo ng subnet mask niya? Kini. Timan kung maggamit ka class A, walo ra ka buok ang imuhang subnet mask. So, 0 to 127. 0 to 127. So kung sa class A ka, kung class A ka, na, kunyari, IP address nimo kay 0, no, ang first network nimo 0 to 127. So, ang imong IP address, naara dyan nga siya sa 0 to 127, ang first octet niya. So, for example, ang ako IP address is 10.10.0.1. Muna akong IP address na gigamit. Sir, ano mo gamit mga class A? Because later on, I will be using many network devices. Maybe ang gi-connect nako dagko kayong computers, dagko kayong mga like BPO company, etc. na dagko kayo. Ang uban gali BPO, I think mogamit na sila 127 na siguro gamit na nila. Okay. So, mas dagan sila makiter. So, sir, is this, and kunyari, magbutang ko na yung 10.0.1. Is this two on the same network? The answer is no. They are not on the same network. Because if you could see, the first one represent the network, right? They don't have the same network. But if I write it like this, if I write it like this, 10.0.1, and I have another network ani na router 10.1.9.12, for example. Do they belong to the same network? The answer is yes. Because for a class A, okay, the subnet mask is 8. Diba? So, meaning, nakay 255.0.0.0. So, pasabot, ang 255 na mao ni ang network devices nimo. Okay? Network devices nimo. Tapos, kini siya, mao ni ang makiter niyang host. Mao ni ang giingon ako na kung class A ang gamiton nimo, daghan kang host magamit because you will have here 0 to 255. And also here 255. And also here 255. Imagine if you write it 0 1 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 and 255 na kay 255. Paka moingon na po kagtuan na po kay another 255 na pwedeng devices na ma-connect nimo. So obviously, pwede ka maggama o daghan kayo host na makiter nimo. But obviously, it will affect your connection. Okay? So from there, mo ni atong subnet mask. So sa class, okay. So sorry, hindi ko makitaan kay hindi ko suwat og pen di ay ko mag multi-screen ko. Okay. Question. Do you have question with regards to that? Okay, so that I will continue with the class B and C. Question? No split. The next raba kay mag-solve na ta. I'll be solving for the network addresses. Okay? Wala? Okay. Ha? Wait, question? Wala? Okay. Pera. So, timanina. So, another one. Let's look into class B. Okay. Let's look into class B. So, class B have a network started from 1 to 8. 2191.